The day 5 assignment has us working with our categorical data. So the surveys that we created on day 3, your own survey, we are now going to look at our categorical data. So the question that you asked for a word, that's the data that we're going to look for. So for my own classroom example survey, when I asked what is your favorite kind of candy, that's what I'm going to look at. Okay, yesterday we did, or in day 4, we did mean, median, mode, and range, and that had to do with our hours on the internet. And today it's what is your favorite kind of candy, or whatever your categorical question was. Okay, now as I look at this, it says first thing you need to do is copy the items below and paste them to your page. So you need to copy my day 5 and then paste it onto your page on the website. Then it says to analyze your categorical data by tallying each response and listing the frequencies for each category on your page. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to go to your data, and then I would recommend you sorting it by clicking on this link, so that way it sorts. Like right now I'm sorting numerically by all the numbers. Click on this one to sort by all of the answers. Now you'll want to take a look at your answers and make sure that there weren't any errors in them. Since you do own this page, if you see any errors in some of your answers, you can actually click, like here it says butterscotch, but they spelled butterscotch wrong. So I can actually go in if I wanted to. Now you don't have to fix the spelling and stuff like that either, but you can, if you want to, go in and fix how it's spelled and how it looks. Now again, like I said, you don't have to do that, but in some cases you might need to, just so that way it's easier for you to kind of sort through all of your answers. Like if so let's say someone spelled chocolate completely wrong and it ended up showing up like way down here. Well, you would, like, they accidentally put a G instead of a C. You would want to fix the C so that way it would sort up here by the rest of them. Okay, but most of you won't have to do anything. You'll just have to go through and figure out. Okay, and you might want a piece of paper. I would write down, butterscotch discs. Okay, one person said that. Then butterscotch, one person said that. And then I'd say Butterfingers. Okay, 4 people said Butterfingers. Then I'd write caramel. One person said that. Chocolate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people said chocolate. Okay, crunch bars. 1, 2, 3 people said that. Okay, so you're trying to add up and figure out how many people said each answer. Now on your page, if you look at my page, I actually already did this for a different survey that I've given in the past. The same questions, but to a different, larger group of students. So I've actually already filled this out. So when you copy and paste this, you're going to want to delete all the red stuff. You're not going to want to paste that stuff in there. Those are my answers. But you'll see here, okay, this is what I've done. I have listed every single category. Okay, 3 Musketeers, 3 people said it. Almond Joy, 1 person. Butterfingers, 1. Cadbury eggs, 1. Caramel, 2. You need to do this for all of your data. So if you have 15 different words, you need to write them all and tell me how many people said that answer. Okay, so I need to see a list. It says list each category and how many people made the same choice. You also need to answer the question, how many people took your survey? Now, in this one that I did, in my example, it says 120. Now, if you actually look at my example, it doesn't say 120. It says 86. Okay, so obviously, like I said, this is a different, I'm doing my example based on a different survey that I've given in the past. But you need to answer these questions correctly relating to your information. Okay, so now, once you do that, you got to do the first question, then the second question, list them all out. That'll probably take the longest. Now, you need to come up with at least 3 questions. Okay, it says, question number 1, you need to ask for a percent. Kind of like my questions on day 2 when we did that. So you can copy one of my questions below, but be sure to change the question to match your data. So, here's an example. I said find the percent for Skittles. Okay, well, you're not going to want to say find the percent for Skittles. You're going to want to say find the percent for, and then you're going to want to use a word that relates to your data. Okay, Skittles is one of my pieces of data. You're going to want to pick one of your words up here. You know, maybe pick one of your more popular ones. You know, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is 10. So that was my example for question 3. Find the percent for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, because that's kind of a popular one. So pick whatever one you want from your list above, but you know, get it to change so it fits your data. You need to do at least one question. I made 3 different ones. You need to do one. All right, your second question, you need to ask for a prediction. So here is an example of a prediction. If you were to survey 250 people using the results from the data above, how many people would you expect to prefer M&Ms as their favorite candy? Okay, so again, you need to pick a number. You can copy this if you want to. If you want to change this number, you can. And obviously you'll want to change this last phrase. Okay, you're not going to want to say M&Ms as their favorite candy. That won't make sense for your survey. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure that that works well with your survey. But feel free to copy my whole question and use it, but then you have to edit it so that it matches your question and your data. Okay. Now, question 3, you need to ask for another prediction. Okay, I would like it if you chose maybe a different category and a different number, so it makes people have to do a little bit more work. Okay, so example question 6. Okay, again, you only have to do one. So you have to make 3 questions. You know, I obviously made 7 different ones because I wanted to give you a lot of examples. You only need to do 3 questions, one for each of these areas. Okay, now again, you can copy this if you want. Here's my example. If you were to survey 750 people using the results from the data above, about how many people would you expect to prefer Mike and Ike's as their favorite candy? Again, you know, copy it if you want, but you know, feel free to change the number to whatever you want it to be. And also this last part, Mike and Ike's as their favorite candy, you're going to want to change that. Okay, now you can ask more than 3 questions if you would like, but the minimum, your assignment, is that you ask 3 questions. Now also, on a separate sheet of paper, you need to create an answer key to the questions you created above on a separate sheet of paper. I do not want the answers to be on your website, so please do not answer the questions on your website. Have them on a separate sheet of paper, because other students are going to be answering these 3 questions and you're going to have to correct those for them. So, all right, to recap, what are we doing for day 5? Well, you're going to have to copy my page, put it on your site. Then you're going to have to look at your data, count up how many people took the survey. Then you're going to have to list every answer. But notice I didn't write 3 Musketeers 3 times. I wrote 3 Musketeers 1 time, and I wrote 3 next to it. Okay, now your list won't be nearly as long as mine because I surveyed 120 people. You know, you only surveyed maybe, I don't know, maybe 30. Okay, so my list is a lot longer than yours. And then you need to make 3 questions. One for asking a percent, and one for a prediction, and another one for a prediction. Okay, so this is your assignment for day 5. Please make sure you get to work on it so that way we can get it done. We will be working with these questions on day 6, so it's really important that we get them done. Okay, good luck.